Legend of the Yggdrasil Bow, page 113. Recap. The town of Nightfair has been under assault by a creature for the last several pages now. And Irene's just come up with an idea to defeat it. So here we go. How are we going to do that, Irene? King Gilius asked. If you could turn the buildings around here into sand, then I can use the wind spirits to turn that into a large dust devil. It should be enough to trap the creature in its middle. King Woodcrest then can cut it with his sword. So, how much sand can you create, Gilius? Gilius smiled, raised his left hand to his right shoulder, and swept it out in front of him. Irene watched as 10 buildings collapsed into piles of sand. With a smirk, Irene says, "My turn." Irene walked, whirling her staff around her, and spoke in a low whisper. "O spirits of the air, lend me your power." Gilius watched as Irene whipped the staff around herself so fast it almost looked invisible. As she did, Gilius noticed loose rocks, sticks, leaves, and dirt being pulled towards her in a vortex cloud at her feet. The cloud was so thick that Gilius couldn't make out Irene anymore. The piles that formed from the houses moved slowly at first, but now seemed to be rushing towards her. The vortex reached 1,500 feet in the air. When the last grains of sand joined the vortex, Irene brought one end of the staff down, hitting the ground. When the staff hit the ground, the vortex raced towards the creature, picking up the larger parts of the destroyed building, trapping the creature within it. "Now, King, do it," Irene whispered. Irene spoke and said. The king heard Irene's voice as clear as crystal. Throwing the Yggdrasil bow to the ground, the king grabbed the sword, closed his eyes, and yelled, "Moonlight slash!" A giant crescent shockwave launched from the king's position, straight at the location of the creature. As it hit, the vortex collapsed. The creature hung in the air, frozen. A second later, it exploded. The city of Nightfair, or what was left of it, was hit with a blast wave. Back at the cave, the demon Death Adder collapsed. "Your Majesty, what happened?" asked one of the demons that were close by. Death Adder struggled to stand. "The Sword of Ages. It has severed the magical bond between me and my constructs. The other two weapons could only disperse them. I doubt the king is aware of this sword's true power. Now that the three weapons are together again, we must prepare for the onslaught." Death Adder turned towards the portal. "I can only keep this portal open for a short time. When I do go through and prepare a massive army, we'll bring as many through as possible before it collapses again." "Understood," the demon said. As the portal opened, Death Adder looked in on his former world, the burnt and desolate landscape, the fire tornadoes, the red-black sky, and smiled. Soon, he thought, this world will be ours. And with the destruction of the Yggdrasil tree, not even the gods will have the power to stop my influence, and I will be the only god left standing. The portal snapped closed. That's all I have for now. More will be coming.